Hey, good day, everybody. It is March 18th, 2023. And yes, I am working on resolving the audio issues. Just an FYI, I record on a camera and I use a different editing software. So if it looks wonky, just adjust the playback speed to use that little thing that looks like the wheel with the spokes. Um, Spin it up, click on to 1.25 or 1.5 if the audio sync is driving you bonks. The rest of the legalities, everything I do say is for entertainment purposes only. Please remember to full description is in the box, disclaimers in the box. If you want a reading, email me. I do have my Venmo information down there for like tip jar, coffee fund, yarn fund, whatever. And right now I'm about 1,250 hours, 1,250 hours of watch time. And now today I'm back down to 308 subscribers. So I guess a lot of you that watch but don't subscribe, please click it. Click the subscribe, hit the bell, give a thumbs up. Leave a comment. That really helps out a lot with people getting my word out there. I am going to be bouncing around different hot topics, current event stuff, and I do have stuff on Henry. Let's see. One of the first things that caught my eye that is, I think, is really funny because so many kids these days, they live their life with their hand connected to a phone. I'm like, sorry, mine I use for talk and text, and that's it. It's a phone to me. It's not my life connection to whatever shit. I'm like, hey, dudes, get a life. Get a life about shit. So now it's now announced that even Australia is telling people who work for the government and they have a government issued cell phone that TikTok is not allowed on it. Well, even here in the States, they're saying TikTok is not supposed to be on any government phone. Well, folks, realize that there are a lot of people who are on poverty level incomes and they're provided with a government phone. So you better not have TikTok on that phone, or you might end up in a lot of hot water with your government benefits yanked from you. Something else, people are saying climate change, climate change, climate change, and I'm like, get a grip. The higher powers sometimes send out flooding and extreme rain, storms, and fires. Well, lately, if anyone's been paying attention, Northern California has just been getting deluged. A friend of mine sent me a joke saying, yeah, hey, thank goodness more rain. My mud was drying up. Well, Gavin Newsom, the capital of California is Sacramento, and that area is really getting hammered. Floodwaters, wind damage. It's as Mother Earth is trying to wash away all the corruption and bullshit out of California. So people should start paying more attention to that. And another continent that's really getting hammered badly is Africa. On the eastern coastline of the continent of Africa, they have been getting what they call our cyclones, we might call as a tropical storm or hurricane. They're just getting bombarded right, left, 8 ways to center, and there's just flooding, and like Mozambique and some of the other countries are Malawi. They're just things are getting washed away. So it's like, yeah, all the bad stuff Mother Earth is trying to wash away and make people see what kind of nonsense is actually happening. And which is funny because good old Prince Henry, I mean, his safe place supposedly were certain game reserves in Africa. Maybe he should get his butt over there and start raising awareness to start helping out and getting things taken care of, because in dry climates, it's quite often for people to build their homes out of mud bricks. Well, dried up mud is pretty solid, but as soon as it gets wet, you end up with a mudslide. There's no housing. And yeah, we're hearing Henry go off that he now wants to join the phone hacking case that was big news quite a while back with different celebrities. And he's saying, well, my phone was hacked when I was a kid. I go, okay, 12-year-old. How many that's a good decade or so ago. That would have been, it's 2023 right now. It was, 97 when his mom died, and that's when he was 12. Something's wrong here. Big time wrong. Because I don't think kids going to Eton College were allowed to walk around with cell phones in their hands. And if somebody needed to get a hold of him immediately, he had a royal protection officer within arm's reach at all times. They'd contact his protection officer to get him. So when he was a teenager, any phone that he had, yeah, it may have had tracking devices on it, but if it was hacked by Royal Protection Services and not by some newspaper. So he's just off on another planet right now. And it's like he's jumping onto the coattails of that lawsuit and scandal just for further publicity. It's, when in heck is this guy going to wake up and smell the coffee, or at least a pot of hot tea? Now, they're still looking for excuses to not be at the coronation, but if anyone has paid attention, courtroom proceedings to this nonsense lawsuit about the phone hacking, the appearances are scheduled for very shortly after the coronation. So if he wants to be part of it, he has to be there in case he has to be in the courtroom. But still, they're looking for excuses, so kind of like they don't have to provide the children. I mean, I think the palace is going to be using kind of like some bait, stating, oh, well, listen, we will, after the coronation ceremony, when we get back to Buckingham Palace, hey, we'll have a little thing where we'll bring out a birthday cake and little Archie. We can all sing happy birthday, and Archie can blow out the candles with his newly crowned grandfather and step grandmother right there. I mean, what a wonderful photo opportunity. If that's being tossed out, are they going to be able to provide real children? Because lately my gut instinct says they've been using a rent-a-kid. And if they're using a child actor, I know in the United States, when a kid is on set for a TV shoot, film, photo shoot, commercial, even radio, a social worker is on the set also for child protection services. So it's called, if they're using a rent-a-kid, it's going to be obvious because they have to provide, it's going to be a filmed photo shoot. Somebody will have to, like a social worker will have to be there to protect the children. And everything will blow up in their face. So I keep seeing the image of birthday party, birthday cake, candles. That's being offered up. But will Henry and Rachel take the bait? Or are they going to still use the excuse? A big carrot is being dangled, and they're scrambling now to find an excuse not to bring the kids. Everything else that I've been seeing, I got a call from somebody out east. Things somebody contacted me about is they've now put a warrant out for the arrest of Vladimir Putin for war crimes. Well, if they're saying he's doing bad stuff, then that Z-man in the blue and yellow flag country needs to have an arrest out also, because he's eliminating the Orthodox Catholic Church out of the blue and yellow country. So basically, he's kicking out freedom of religion. He's arresting the members of the clergy. He's basically taking control and confiscating the properties, the churches, all assets. So where is all of that going to? I mean, he's putting these priests and the nuns in prison. So he's eradicating the Orthodox Catholic Church out of the blue and yellow country. So don't you consider that a war crime also? I mean, take a look at history. Hitler was arresting and getting rid of everybody, every person and every group that didn't follow his ideology. I mean, there were Jehovah's Witnesses that were imprisoned and sent to the camps. There were Catholic priests. So there were communists. Anyone that didn't follow the Nazi ideology basically was gotten rid of. And now the Z-Man is doing the same thing. So stop sending stuff to that blue and yellow country, because they're actually, in my opinion, I keep seeing the black figure, the cross with wings, all over Ukraine and other parts that follow that ideology. It's a new version of that political structure trying to take over Europe. And the other thing we have to really start watching out for, especially with international crimes, who are the people that are supplying the rowboats and the transportation to get the not so nice people moved from Europe across the English Channel into England and dropping them off at the beach and letting them walk onto shore, and then they disappear? Who are the shipping companies that are bringing people over from Africa to Central America so they can cross the southern border of my country? Who are those people? What corporations? What freighters? What large ocean craft sailing vessels are bringing these people over? Why isn't the international police agencies? Why aren't they going after those freighter companies, international freight? Why aren't they being more careful about stowaways on these supposed ships? How much money are they getting per person to bring them over and to dump them off in Central America? We need to investigate that further. Those are the true international criminals, not Putin. Putin is, he was trained by the KGB. He knows what's going on. And it's kind of good to know that somebody who was on the inside is able to call out the nonsense that's happening now because they're using the same playbooks. That's kind of what I've got for you today. It's Saturday. I hope everybody has a nice weekend. I'll be reaching out and getting in touch. Be back on Monday. Have a pleasant today. Have the rest of your Shabbos. And enjoy tomorrow. See you Monday. Bye-bye.